the compositional process is very elusive to people. It's very intriguing. And everyone sort of asks this similar question is, do you write the melodies first? Do you write the chord progression first? Do you write a riff first? Is it a rhythmic figure? My answer has always been the same thing. It's all of the above. Like I've sung, like the great Elvin Jones had the tune Three Card Molly. Right? What I heard that he came up with the rhythm first, and then someone else, I think it was Kenny Kirkland, actually helped him with the head to it. So that's like a perfect example of he didn't have the melody in his head. He just had the rhythm in his head. The other day I wrote something and I was, it was the proverbial, I was singing it in the shower. You know what I mean? I was just singing this melody. And then the other day I came up with something that me and Norman were, talking about, and it was just a chord progression. What is it like for you, man? Do you find the same experience like that?
Yeah, you just, like, you find something and you say, maybe this could be something. And then you kind of try to add to it. And then you say, well, what is this now? How much do I have so far? And then the more I get of it, the more I try to say, well, where does it want to go now? And try to, sometimes, what if I tried this? That could work, but I don't know. I think I just throw a bunch of stuff at the wall and see what kind of sticks. I'll like try different
craftsmanship. Yeah.
Well, I'm working on. I don't feel like I have a craft. I'm just kind of trying to invent it as I go along. Like, how can I be crafty about this? How can I really cut out what doesn't need to be there and stick with what seems to be the strongest part of it? And then go from there. Maybe trim some else away that was a digression. But even all the digressions, still you're always working your ear and kind of like tweaking. Like, well, what is this? What is this sound? What is it?
Trying to tune into the inner ear,
and let it write itself. And then when you kind of look back and look at it and say, okay, it's kind of a thing now. So let's try to, polish it up a little bit. See what just. But it can happen in different ways, and I will write different types of tunes. Some it's just more of a little riff, and let's add a little something to give it a little something extra, and another tune might come just from like a couple of chords flowing a certain way, and I don't know. It's just I just try to tinker with stuff and see whatever sticks in my ear is worth making something out of. But I always enjoy the process of trying to just make choices and have the luxury of time to make the choice. Like, no, I don't like that. Let's try this. No, I don't like that. Whereas when you're improvising, it's the time is going by. You don't have the luxury of time to make those choices.
Absolutely.
So I just enjoy composing. It's just like I can kind of slow that whole process down of making decisions about it. And then if I end up like, hey, I made a couple of decent decisions, maybe this is a tune. Do I want to, work on it some more? Like, is it done? If it's done, I should be able to show it to somebody, So and then, what do you think? Is it done? But I kind of like some people that I might ask, what do you think about this? Does this hold together? Because sometimes you get too close to it and you can't see it anymore. And then sometimes it's good to just walk away for a few days and get back to it and see what's left of it, what remained of it with me, and then start again. It's kind of like a different processes. I don't know.
It's kind of like you say, Ron. It's all of the above.
It happens all different ways, and I'm just kind of like, hey, it's a nice feeling when you have something like, man, I can work on this. This could be something, And whether it ends up being something or not, I just enjoy that feeling of like, hey, this is okay. This is all right. I like these chords, or this melody, or this interval, or this, this all you want to try to. The craft part comes in from looking at all the angles, like how does it work with just the melody and the bass note? Is that strong? Fill in some other voicings, but the rhythm is really important. That's interesting about that song, and that definitely sounds like a drummer's tune because it's just a direction of the phrase, and that you could put a lot of different kinds of notes to it, but whoever they made the right choices because it's just, it's just like it's a thing. That tune is really a thing. It's its own thing.
Exactly.
Not like anything else